everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're back with more Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I gotta make sure I say that one and not the Blind Forest.
I was thinking Blind Forest, but you caught it.
So I guess we're supposed to go find this Guardian of the Marsh. And it seems like... Well, no, that looks kind of like a dead-end corner thing there. So, wait, now I'm like, how do I get there? But, I don't know. Maybe some of this shrine stuff will be involved. I don't know. I think I might want to head up this way anyway, because there's an ancestral tree here, which means another ability, probably. Like, if I can even get there. Which I don't know for sure if I can, honestly. Well, I could break this thing and maybe see what's behind here. Hello. What be you? Resilience. You gain a new spirit shard. A reduced damage taken. Press that to equip. Sure. That seems like a good thing to have. And, like, not a trade-off kind of thing like this reckless one is.
Yeah. That one's only positive. Although, if you combined those two, the other one would almost just be a flat 15% damage increase. But I don't know if you like the other ones. Fine.
Well, it would be... I would take 5% more and deal 15% more.
It's better, but sticky is... I mean, climbing on walls is so useful. I wish I could climb on walls.
Though I think even without that, I would potentially be able to, like... do the whole thing where I jump up them.
Oh, yeah.
Like I did at the start of the first game.
That sword is so cool.
I wanted to get to the map. There we go. Okay, yeah.
Ori in Smash confirmed? No, I'm kidding. Do people still play Smash Ultimate?
I'm sure some people do.
I never hear anything about that game anymore.
Probably online with other players, primarily.
Yeah. I hear more about Super Smash Bros. Melee than Ultimate.
Yeah, I think just the speed of movement and combat in general in Melee is why that's still kind of the preferred one competitively.
It's so funny because Nintendo doesn't like that everyone plays Melee instead of the other ones, and it's like they made the game too good. The mechanics were just like perfect, and they were just thinking, oh, let's make a cool kids game. It turned into this super competitive thing.
Oh, interesting. So... spawn a spirit orb that attacks for you. Spirit smash. Pound foes with a strong sweeping blow. Destroys unstable ground. That could actually be helpful in some cases.
Yeah.
Throw a powerful spear of light. Uses a large amount of energy. Also destroys unstable ground.
Okay.
Spirit star. Throw a star that returns to you. Blaze. Set nearby enemies on fire.
Oh.
Thing is, like...
Take them all. No, I'm kidding.
This one doesn't even say it uses energy.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think, just in light of that, I'm gonna go with the smash here. Speaking of Smash.
Yeah, speaking of Smash.
Okay. Rumor, according to Opher, a shrine stand. Yeah. Okay. And? So hang on. How do I do the thing again? Yeah, this. All right. Smash.
Nice.
It's like a big old hammer kind of thing. How do I get up here? There we go.
So I was kind of exploring this job opportunity. It turns out it's not going to work out. Not because they don't want me, but because the salary's too low. It turns out it seemed like it was gonna be a cool job, but the salary's too low. But one of the things they were having me do was like a logic test, and so they would have like statements like all. It was stuff like, I'm trying to think. All letters sent with certified stamps are notarized. And so then, and then they'd be like, and all certified mail goes through this thing. So can you say that a certain subset of that is, can you say non-certified mail was sent through this person as well? And it's like, well, yeah, you could say that, but it doesn't. It's just like all this.
It's possible. It's just not guaranteed.
Yeah, like you have to figure out which of the multiple choice logic statements are true. And what I found out is my experience playing trading card games helped me so much with that, because you have to with Magic and stuff, you really have to pay attention to cards that say that stuff. Like, all monster, deal all monsters 6 damage. Well, that means yours too. So, like, literally all. Or, destroy all non-land permanents. Okay, well, that means everyone, including yours, enchantments, artifacts. It's like,
yeah,
it helps a lot with those kind of logic things, because you have to know how that works. And it's not even that you have to know; it's that you learn how it works by accidentally doing the wrong thing. Because we've all done that, where it's like destroy all, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna screw my enemy over, and then you like when I was a kid, that's how I learned, was by hurting myself. But that was funny. It was like I'm using all my card game knowledge to get really good at these logic statements.
Okay. Really? I would have thought I'd just land back on the post there. I'm not entirely sure how to progress now. There's just a weird mix of circumstances here. Oh, hang on. Okay, well, at least I can get back up here, but I'm still not sure how to... No! I wasn't trying to go down, I just... Okay, not holding down. Okay, this thing does not bounce like I was hoping. So, yeah, really not quite sure how to progress, unless... Okay. That did just enough. Ow. Okay, never mind, I figured it out. Okay. So I would like to... Whoa. Not get hit by that thing. Meh. Okay, be gone. Oh, so I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to get to whatever ancestral tree thing is here because it's covered in not clean looking water. So I guess I have no choice but to continue going over here for now and at least maybe try and see what's this way. Oh, saw where the little owl fell. Okay.
It looks like there is something over here.
Is it gonna have me take control of the owl now?
That would be cool, though.
Nope. Okay.
No. So I got this voice generation. Well, okay. First of all, I think I mentioned one time I made a local AI thing to generate my voice. It was pretty good. It was okay. Things have improved a lot since then, and that someone made a Windows app to basically do the same thing I was doing, but the models have gotten way better. Let's see what he says.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Let me ask you something, Matt. Someone could easily get your voice, because we talk a lot on the internet, and generate it and make you say anything. How would you feel? I would never do this to you, but how would you feel if someone did that and started posting memes, making you say all this weird stuff? You'd have to shut it down, right?
I mean, so this is exactly the kind of situation where people are starting to wonder about copyright law on such matters, or trade or whatever similar kinds of applicable laws, because it's you're using something that belongs to somebody else for your own gain.
Yeah. But people do it all the time, for...
Yeah, and literally the only reason to not have a problem with it, potentially, is, if you believe that it's getting you also, more publicity, business, whatever.
Yeah.
If my stuff suddenly went viral because of somebody doing that with my voice and or image, that might be a reason for me to say, well, maybe I don't hate this so much.
But then they're benefiting. What if they got money?
Do I care if we're both benefiting? I'm benefiting either way.
What if you didn't benefit? No one found your channel, but they only found the copycat one.
Well, that's the thing. So, if I found out and I was not reaping benefits from it, then I'd be like, okay, you're using my stuff and I'm not getting anything in return. So,
right, not fair.
Sorry, but that's unfair. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to get into just the kind of legalistic nature of things, that probably should be the attitude in all cases where it's like, you're benefiting from my stuff, even if I, wouldn't benefit anyway.
I think for
It
me,
still kind of in theory is morally, maybe you could argue, well, I should just kind of shut it down anyway.
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say is like, I think for me, I want to be the one, like, someone could be saying something with my voice, and that doesn't represent me or what I stand for, and that would bother me. It's like,
yeah, that definitely is a problem.
like you're saying curse words and trying to be funny, or like saying jokes I wouldn't say, or like stuff like that. And yeah, no, I think I would. But the other question is, can you? Like, I don't know, because all these celebrities constantly have their voices copied and people make them say stuff, and I mean, apparently nothing happens. I see videos all the time of like Elon Musk and Trump and all AI generated with their voices. And
well, and I think part of the issue with that is that they are so famous that so many people use their likeness.
Yeah. Danny DeVito. And
it's like tough for them to really snuff out all the cases in which that happens.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, hello. Okay. I have an arrow now. And obviously I can use the arrow to shoot things. Okay.
Alright. I can get into the passage of the day if you would like.
I think it's a perfectly fine time for it.
Alright. I'm going to read Mark 10, 42 through 45. Jesus called them together and said, "You know that those who are regarded as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. Not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and give his life as a ransom for many." I probably should have added some context. So right before this, James and John had asked Jesus to let James and John sit at his right and left hand. And he's like, "Well, can you drink the cup I drink, or be baptized with the baptism I'm baptized with?" And they said, "We can." And he's like, "Well, sorry, I can't give you those places because it's not for me to grant those places. They're already taken, or they're reserved, or whatever." And so then, he goes into this where he says, "Okay, so the rulers of the Gentiles lord over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them, but not for you." So he's actually saying, like, okay, you are going to help rule. Like, he's comparing the rulers of the Gentiles to his disciples. So he's saying, okay, you guys, look, you are going to be, you're going to have some authority on, like, everything that was seen here, everything that happened, and you'll have authority over people, but you're not going to use that authority like the high officials you see in the world today. Like, you're going to be servants. If you want to be great, if you want to be first, you have to first be a servant and a slave of all, which is like totally the opposite of any other kind of authority or lord that anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
And so it just goes to show, in my opinion, that you can look at any leader, and we know that that's not a like a role model we should follow as Christians, basically. Wait, is this another shop? Okay.
Yeah, some kind of thing. Okay. So here we can use the currency to like upgrade the the ability things that we have.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough right now. Okay, but there was a second option. View shards. Okay. So the shards are the ones that we just straight up always have, period. And then these ones are the upgrades, I guess, is what they're calling them. Anyway. Well, I need more stuff before I can do any of that. Whoa. I almost got smushed there.
That was like a thwomp. But yeah, basically, I mean, I was just saying, I should clarify a little bit. Any leader in like politics or whatever, and maybe not even necessarily politics, but anybody who's lording over other people and like exercising heavy authority on other people is not.
Yeah, especially in those days, pretty much any ruler was like basically a dictator of sorts, and so that it was what they said went, and that was the final word. That was it.
Yeah.
And so they would use that authority often to kind of, or they would often take advantage of that authority and kind of just suit their own needs more so than others.
Yes, it's a great way to put it. Yeah, suiting their own needs above others, or trying to like make sure they're in a higher position of authority just by exercising it. So yeah, I won't say like everybody in politics. I mean, most people I would say in politics probably are like that, but I'm not gonna say all. But yeah, I mean, most people like that are not serving others or being a servant. So that just goes against what Jesus is saying right here. And it's also something to keep in mind for religious leaders, like church leaders and stuff like that, not even politics, but like there's a lot of church leaders who are not following these instructions as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Far too many pastors or, people in authority in churches, like, are essentially using that position to take advantage of others.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, dangerous water stuff has gone down.
I feel like also there's pastors and like hierarchies where, like in churches, where they just kind of see themselves as above everyone else in the church, and that can get really unhealthy for the church.
And even like some people who aren't pastors have attitudes like that in a way.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Especially like people who give a lot to the church, they might try and use that as a way to say, well, if you don't do what I want, then I'm not going to give as much.
That's
and
totally
then you won't be
true.
able to do XYZ.
Yeah. Or like, I've given so much to the church and I deserve this like position or these rights or whatever. Yeah, you're right. Should be given freely. What are you supposed to do now? What the heck?
I'm not quite sure. I would figure eventually I'm supposed to get to that thing, but... okay, so... I hit that. What does that do? I don't see anything obvious. Well, good thing it keeps giving me an energy source.
Yeah.
Because it does take energy to use those arrows. I do not understand what is going on.
It's Russian Matt. Russian Matt does not understand. I started playing a card game and I looked at the Steam charts and I'm like, man, this game is not very popular. It's the World War II card game. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's not very popular, but it seems like it's getting good updates. And if you just looked at like what the developers are doing, it looks like a strong community. So I started playing it. I actually think it's pretty fun. It's hard. I think it's hard for some people to get over the heavy World War II aesthetic. Like all the cards are in a weird style. The music, the boards, everything is very heavy, like World War II-esque. I like it. I don't mind, but that would turn a bunch of people off. Anyway, I started playing it, and then I realized there's a ton of Chinese players. Like I would say over half of the opponents I get paired with are Chinese. Then, like 20% more are probably Russian, and the rest have like English-ish names. So then I was like, okay, so this game is not popular in the US, and I think it's a US company that makes it, but like most of their players are Asian. It's like so weird. And it's a World War II themed game, which I would not expect, like China especially to be interested in. But yeah, this is very weird. And I looked up on Twitch, and there's literally like zero. I've never seen zero before. There's zero people watching the game. But obviously, like, Chinese people don't use Twitch or Steam, so let me look up where that company is located. Okay, it is not US. It is in Sweden, I believe. Iceland? What the heck? An Icelandic gaming company. All right. Interesting. Well, anyway, it's still weird that that game is just flooded with Chinese players, and I even looked up like tournaments, because I don't know, this whole situation just fascinated me, that there's this game that like no one plays here, but it's like super strong, and all the tournaments, yeah, they're just totally Asian or Chinese. Very interesting.
Alright, so I get a feeling somehow or another I'm supposed to try and get this rock there to the left, where there's that kind of stone thing just before the slightly higher platform, because that's like a pressure plate kind of thing going on.
Okay.
I'm just not sure how I'm supposed to get it there. Unless I've just done this wrong and need to change the setup. I don't know if there's any way for me to, like, redo that whole thing. But I don't know how I would do it differently, because... So essentially, I had to hit the one kind of blue orb thing in the top right. That then extended out and picked up the big rock. And then retracted, and so when it retracted, the big rock fell. But, like, that is what caused it to fall over this way in the first place. I don't understand.
Well,
and I can only seem to move the rock left and right. Can't smash it. Can't move it up and down. Oh. Actually, I just had a thought. But maybe I should save that for next time. I just realized.
I was gonna say it might be time.
Okay, well, then yeah, that'll be how we kick things off next time. So thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Tune in next time to see what I do with this rock and how I get it over to the pressure plate.
Yeah.
And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it if I didn't say that already.
Yep. And we'll see you then.
Okay, bye everybody.
Goodbye.